Then King Nebuchadnezzar was astonished, and he rose in haste and spoke, saying to his counselors, did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? This is huge. So Nebuchadnezzar gets all scared and goes and asks his counselors, but didn't we throw 3 men into the fire? He was astonished, and he rose in haste and spoke, saying to his counselors, did we not cast 3 men bound into the midst of the fire? They answered and said to the king, true, O king. Look, he answered, I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt. And the form of the fourth is like the son of Yahweh. Well, like the son of El. That is huge, amazing, powerful. First of all, it's a saying, once the 3 friends, died, they will gather with the 144,000 once they are resurrected, of course, as we see in Revelation 7 and Revelation 14. The few as the kings and priests, and the many as the people who will serve the kingdom, the nation of the kingdom. There will be one sheepfold, as we see in John 10. They will have one shepherd, one mighty one name, as we see in Zechariah 14:9. And in that day, Yahweh will be one, and his name one. So it represents that the name Yahweh is finally completed, because there are 4 men, 4 letters. The congregation of Yahweh is completed from the 4 corners of the earth. The many are gathered with the few in the prepared place after they die. And also the fact that once the many give their lives for the true Elohim after rejecting the false Messiah, they will be killed. But once they are killed, they will be immediately in the presence of Messiah, the true Messiah. So they will receive that honor of finally seeing the Messiah, the true Messiah. Let me see this in Aramaic, verse 25. It says, Damei lebar elahin. Damei meaning his likeness, which is very interesting because the way it is Aramaic, Damei, which is connected to likeness in Hebrew. But in this case, Damei is written Dalet Mem Hey. This, and I want to make sure you understand, is Aramaic, not Hebrew. This would be Damei, which is very interesting because this is the door. Yahushua said, I am the door. And this is the first letter of David, the king. Yahushua is the root of David. The last is the branch of David. So this letter connects to both, first and last. That's why this letter is twice found in the name David. Starts with this letter, ends with this letter. So the first letter of David represents the root of David. The last letter of David represents the branch of David. And the middle letter of David is the Vav, which represents the man himself, the son of man, the King David, the first and last and second coming, and how the root and the branch are connected through the stem, pretty much. So Damei, and this is Ma in Hebrew, Ma, which means what, how, which, Ma. Just like me in Hebrew means who. So me is who, Ma is what. The who represents Yahushua, who shows us who is Yahweh. And the Ma, the what, represents the second coming, who shows us what is the true doctrine, which is the true Messiah, how to get to Yahweh through the way Yahushua HaMashiach. So this represents the last. So it's very interesting because he's saying, finally, by this moment, the last will have gone through the door, and therefore the many will see him face to face and accept him as Messiah. In Hebrew, it says, Damei levar elahin. Bar in Aramaic is son. That's why Barabbas Barabbas means the son of the father. That's why they presented him right next to Yahushua, who is the actual son of the father. But the Aramaic Bar represents how the language got twisted and his name changed. And through that name change, through Babel, people will end up accepting Barabbas instead of Yahushua. They will accept the son of the mighty one of this world instead of the son of the creator of all things. So this is very important. This is huge for several reasons. So look, he answered, I see 4 men walking in the midst of the fire, and they are not hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the son of Yahweh. Well, Bar Elahim, as written in Aramaic. So that shows that Messiah, Yahushua, appeared and saved them at that moment. Historically speaking, Yahushua appeared and saved the 3 friends of Daniel. But that represents how the many, once they die for rejecting the false Messiah, will have the honor to see the true Messiah, and will therefore gather with the chosen few who didn't have to experience death, and will finally become a kingdom who will rule over the 4 corners of the earth. That's why 4 men in that fire.